Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome back to Let's Play Zombie Hunters 2, a stunningly accurate portrayal of what the Japanese will do come Z-Day. Actually, come to think of it, are there many Japanese zombie movies? I mean, I've seen plenty of Japanese horror movies, like The Ring, The Grudge, Battle Royale, Hunger Games. What's Battle Royale? Never heard of that. Is it a French burger? I meant Hunger Games, not Battle Royale. Battle Royale's a stupid name, Battle Royale. Hunger Games. Also, Suicide Circle. And the intro to Suicide Circle is hilarious. And it's basically the movie version of this game, except with a few less bikinis and a ton more blood and body parts flying all over the place. And it is completely insane, totally impossible, and it doesn't even care. It's like Refuge in Audacity, except somehow even more insane than that. I just felt like killing that guy. He was in my way. Do I need more of a reason than that? No, I don't. Actually, no, come to think of it, I've only ever seen one Japanese zombie movie. But on reflection, I think that one might be more than enough. It's called Wild Zero, and it's kind of the best thing that ever existed, immediately dethroning whatever I said the best thing in the world was before, and preemptively usurping whatever the next thing I declare to be the best thing in the world is. It's Wild Zero. Don't you forget it. And the basic plot of the movie is that zombies take over Japan. Or maybe it's aliens. The movie's not entirely clear as to what's going on. Anyways, they take over Japan, and only one force can stop them. The last true rock and roll band, Guitar Wolf. The movie is not about Guitar Wolf. It's just about some random guy trying to find them. Except he doesn't do that a lot of the time. He hides and tries to sleep with someone he believes to be the last woman alive. Thing is, the groupie guy, he doesn't even need to try to find Guitar Wolf. They give him a whistle as a means of summoning them wherever he is, right at the beginning of the film, and it takes him most of the movie to remember that he has this. And right at the end, when Guitar Wolf do show up, the movie goes even more insane, and there's aliens and hive minds and motherships, katanas, laser plectrums and all that sort of thing. The movie makes a pretty good drinking game too. I saw it in the theatre with the drinking game rules. My companions did not last very long, let me tell you. We were also running on MST3K rules, namely, if you see something funny, call on it. And me and this guy on the other side of the theatre, we were ripping the movie to pieces. And this, among other reasons, is why it was the best night out. See, the girl I was staying with at the time, she worked at a movie theatre, and for their midnight movie that particular week, it was going to be The Breakfast Club, or the First World Problems Committee as I call it, but the theatre owner decided at the last minute to change it for the best movie in the world, and I was so happy. Not happy that that happened. That was supposed to have been a Pierce attack game. This is the problem with assigning two attacks to exactly the same set of commands, namely tilting forward and hitting, yeah, and hitting the attack button. Yeah, I'm just going to do it over and over again to make up for the fact that I didn't do it before. And does rolling help? Rolling helps. So, yeah, this subway map is actually pretty daft to me. I mean, it's the only time that you see it in this particular game, which might explain why it's so simple and uninspired. I mean, they could have done so much better than this, but eh. Again, though, we do only see it once, so I suppose I can't really complain. It is at this point that your game will hit a brick wall during your first playthrough, pretty much. And that's a pity, because we're more than halfway through this level, and if you go back to grind, you know, to get your stats up, you have to begin this stage from the start, but without your items. Kind of annoying. Although, realistically, I don't like the city maps in general. They look way too clean and clinical to me. And you don't really want something like that that takes place shortly after the zombie apocalypse, you know? With that said, you don't necessarily need to look at the scenery all that much. you can focus on the zombies that you're reducing to paste, or the assortment of girls in bikinis, or, well, the minimap if you just want to, well, if you know your destination, you just want to plow your way through and get there. And I'm so glad those guys with the guns take so long to telegraph their attacks. It gives you plenty of time to just wander around them and strike them when they're unaware. Do you know what? I think we're taking a bit of a beating. I'm going to tag in Rio, which, looking at her Berserk meter, was not a good move. Although it does let me do this. Oh, ran out of combo. That's another thing. If you make a few strikes and then wait, you can keep hitting the strike button and, well, Rio does swimsuit poses, ending with a rather lewd gesture at the end that you've seen in a previous video. Aya swings her sword back and forth bloodily and, you know, slices the enemies to pieces that way. And, okay, given that Rio is about to freak out, I'm going to talk about Berserk mode. It's sort of a double-edged sword of sorts, because on the one hand, you are stronger, faster, and you don't take knockback damage, but on the other, you take double damage, and your health slowly drains away, and you generally look really, really ugly. Although actually, each character has their own design, kinda. The original two characters, they go negative in colour. Eva turns deep purple. Rio, as you've seen, turns into a Super Saiyan French maid, apparently. Best thing about Berserk mode is that it only affects you if you're in the field, so Rio, well, she can go on the back burner, and she'll still be Berserk, still deal double damage, but won't take slip damage until she's back in the field, which is quite nice. Anyways, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, best boss in the world. Oh my god, there's a zombie bear in my porridge. Now, the zombie bear is not the most ridiculous zombified thing that I have ever fought. You ever played Devil May Cry 2, I want to say? Oh, and that particular achievement there, I got that for defeating a boss while Berserk. But yeah, you ever play Devil May Cry 2? That one has zombie tanks, zombie helicopters, and finally zombie skyscrapers. Don't ask how these things exist, because they just do, and they are awesome. The best thing you want to do with the bear, well, as you've seen, just go in Berserk and tank it, because generally speaking, you will make more, you'll deal more damage than he deals to you. And you don't need to see me count that again. Yes, 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 blah, 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 blah. Speaking of characters making noises, I wish they wouldn't. Jeepers, Rio. Anyways, until next time, goodbye.